All right, how's it going? My name's IPA Fan. This is Church of Chug. Today we are chugging a Murican beer, and we are
Murica.
talking about craft beer cocktails. To my left, your right. Let's start, Henry.
Dr. Synctum is here. I'm going to be doing Pabst Blue Ribbon. The only thing I can find at the store. Everything Bud Light, Budweiser, all that was sold out. So
Stop it.
Ricky.
All right, guys. Ricky with the good beers here. I'm also going to be doing a PBR. Good old PBR.
J Hump.
Craft Wetness here. I'll be doing Budweiser, not Bud Light.
Go. Al.
Beer lover here. The Blue Ribbon Pabst. Chugging it.
Gordy.
Gordy drinks craft. I'm also going to be going with PBR. So
That make you happy, Cisco?
Sam.
Ice Cream Brews, and I grew up with some Coors Light, so that's what I'm chugging today.
I forgot about
that thing looks clear.
Yes.
How clear it
I'm
is.
glad Gordy said it.
That's some high quality H2O.
Eva.
Sydney 2788 here, and I will be chugging PBR as well.
Our special guest today, Veronica.
Hello, Veronica. Hi.
Welcome.
And I am also going to go with PBR. For anybody who doesn't know the background story, we all kind of were going to go with the same beer, and then we decided, no, let's all go with whatever we feel like doing. And the irony is the vast majority of us went with PBR. So
Yeah.
And not to mention, we took the poll and Budweiser won out.
Budweiser won.
No, we went with
Yeah. PBR came in a close second, but
right.
I think that just goes to prove we don't care about our fans.
Ice cream. That's apple juice right there.
I know.
Yes, it is.
So we'll sign autograph.
You can wash your dishes with that one.
This and like Golden Anniversary, which I could not find that there. If you ever heard of
that's
that,
horrible
that
stuff.
was like super old.
That's horrible stuff.
Yes,
I think it's like $7 for like literally like a 12 pack of that stuff. It's
like so cheap.
I forgot about
yeah,
that.
cold hot dog water.
Okay. Beer lover, you're in the center. Why don't you count us down, though?
All right.
Oh,
Doing
man.
the American beers, everybody. Glasses up on count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Cheers.
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 America! Fuck yeah!
Ah,
Ah,
America.
ah.
Not that bad.
you know what? I think I broke my chug pipe after we did that 32 ounce
I
chug.
did. Yeah.
Ooh.
It ain't the same for me, man. It really isn't.
I left you scarred.
Yeah, that was
Battle wounds, man. Battle wounds.
It's
I
weird.
feel like I was
I'm
sleeping on.
gonna finish the rest of the can since there's more.
It's weird how much like longer it is,
I was going to do 24 ouncer, but I said no.
but the
You
carbon
wimped out.
bad, man. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're doing craft beer cocktails and or just beer cocktails. Let's see what we got. And we'll just go around just like we introduced ourselves and go from there. Henry, what you got, man?
So I decided to make using this Stiegel rattler, grapefruit rattler. And so I made a grapefruit rattler paloma using some
Ooh.
añejo tequila. And so it's pretty good, you know, about half an ounce of tequila, half an ounce of simple syrup, and then top it off with the rattler.
Nice.
Get fancy.
How is it?
Well, we're about to find out. That's tasty.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Oh shit. Ricky, what are you making
All
right
right.
now?
So I'm in the works. I'm making. I looked it up online. I was doing a couple of research. I'm gonna start with something called a black velvet,
Oh,
which is a stout and a prosecco mix. Never had it. Figured I bought these two at the local store here, so I'm gonna try it out. I'll let you guys know in a minute.
Cool. While we wait for that, Gordy, what you got, man?
I ended up going with a bomber. I heard about them down in San Diego, so I just poured my mango cart in it. But it's actually mango tequila with mango cart.
Nice.
And kind of, I guess you could say it's kind of like a beerita. So they're pretty delicious in my opinion. So I used Denominaciones Ultra Añejo with the mango cart.
Nice.
Al, what do you got?
I, like Ricky, am going to go with the black velvet. I'm going to be combining this Spreckensight Deutsch Imperial Coconut Stout, which is a 15%er, with a Prosecco. And it absolutely killed in the head.
Yeah.
We don't want nothing killing the head.
Did Ricky layer the beer?
I did.
Nice.
That's what the instructions said to do. So,
Which one did you do first, Ricky?
well, the wine first, the sparkling wine first, and then you float the Guinness over like the back of your spoon.
Oh no, I just ghettoed. I just
Damn, you went all out.
He layered it.
Yeah.
It's pretty tasty.
Yeah, my best friend used to drink those all the time when we used to go out partying in Pasadena. That was like his drink.
So
Who's
Ricky,
next?
I don't remember doing that with you. You said your best friend.
Right. He wasn't talking about you. He just wasn't talking.
How is it, Ricky?
That's pretty damn tasty. It's got the sparkly sweetness from the wine, a little bitterness from the stout. That's delicious. I want to chug this thing now.
Yeah, you sound excited.
Sam, what about you?
Sam, I did a beer punch.
Nice. Oh, it looks great.
Good.
I like frozen beers, and I go to Pure Project a lot for their frozen beers. Like they make them in like mason jars and stuff, and they're really good. So I wanted something like that, like a cocktail like that. So I took a shot of Bacardi. Then I took the Tiquisito from North Park. I blended it with like a tiny bit of orange juice. They said to use pineapple, but I can't drink pineapple juice. It hurts my stomach. So I put orange juice in there and then fresh strawberries, and I blended it all up. And taste it now. I didn't taste it yet. Kind of settled.
That sounds and looks pretty good.
It is like a beer too, like, but I don't like. I can't drink tequila. It's not that I don't like it. I'm just too crazy when I drink it. So I use the rum because I know that's like a good even swap.
So I have tons of tequila when you come over.
This tastes so good. It's really good.
That he does.
I saw your eyes light up right there, man.
Yeah, they were good.
Jay, what do you got, man?
So I have no idea that this was a beer cocktail, and I kind of cheated. Everything is all in there. It's a michelada from Tio Rodrigo.
Yeah.
I guess it got blood orange in there too.
Nice.
4.5%.
How is
It's
it?
spicy. It's pretty good. I had it before.
So it's right up your alley. Spiciness.
So for folks that never had micheladas, are they supposed to be spicy or is it just to your liking?
I think it's to the liking.
To the liking.
Okay.
My understanding is it needs a little spice. Supposedly that's like a part of it, but not like spicy to the point where you can't stand it. It should be your liking.
And also for micheladas, what is that you put on the rim? Is it like whatever you want? Like
Tahini, chamoy.
Mostly it's tahini or chamoy or something like that. Yeah.
Depends how authentic the place is. A lot of people just go with tahini.
Right. Okay. The wife is yelling out tahini.
What's up, Lisa?
Look, I have to say, if you're gonna have Mexican food, there has to be some spice to it. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Mexican food, the spiciness sets off Mexican food. I'm sorry, that's just the way it's gotta be.
Yeah. Neva, what you got?
I actually have nothing, and I apologize.
All right.
For not
All
having
right.
to give what I want. But if I were to choose, I mean, I don't know if a snake bite's really a beer cocktail.
Oh, I had that one. Yeah.
It is.
With
Cider and beer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That used to be one of my favorite go-tos for a long time, was a snake bite.
That's what Guinness in there, right?
Yeah.
Guinness and cider.
It's kind of like the same thing as what Ricky's drinking, but with cider instead, because the Guinness stays on top and the cider is on the bottom.
Right.
It's like a black and tan kind of, huh?
Right.
like that
Yeah, I
kind
love
of
that.
cider. I like those too. Would you guys consider an Irish car bomb like a beer cocktail too? Because I
Yeah.
Yeah, it has
liquor
beer.
and beer. Yeah, it's got liquor and it's
What
got
up,
beer.
Mikey?
So, yeah.
What's up, mijo?
And our second special guest,
Yeah. What's up,
Harry
man?
Goose Nuts. Happy
Yeah.
4th to everybody, by the way.
Yeah, happy 4th.
So what I got is
Did you do your
I already made half of it. So I'll just go in reverse order. I
So you got whiskey.
throw in a shot of rum. Then I put a little bit of Sprite. And topped it off with a bunch of frosé. Any frosé worked. You see that thick juice in there? And that's really it. It's rum, Sprite, frosé, and
Ooh.
damn good, man. The rum goes really well with all that fruit from the frosé. It's just like having like, you know, anything you will with rum, like pineapple rum and all that shit. So, all it really is. Sprite just makes it a little bit more carbonated. That's just about it.
Nice.
And our special guest went all out.
Oh yeah, look, I got my little here, you know. It's like I thought we were gonna make it. Okay, so I got my ice. I put some honey. I blended some cucumbers and then strained it out. So I'm gonna pour a little bit of that.
Damn, girl.
Oh, let's see how it tastes. Some berries and I've muddled them, so I'll put a little bit in there.
You didn't tell me you was a bartender too.
I know.
Some tequila.
There you go.
I hang out with ice cream.
There you go.
I have tequila and then some Stella. I'm only gonna do a little bit of that. And then I'll mix it up. We'll see how it is. So I guess a cucumber berry
Euro?
burrito.
Euro Cup?
Euro Cup?
I thought you were watching sports.
No.
What's up, dude?
And then I'll strain it and we'll enjoy it shortly.
Damn, now I want some.
It sounds refreshing. Like I like anything
Yeah.
with cucumber in it.
We just got like a tutorial just now.
Right?
That's YouTube worthy.
I think if I could have a cucumber beer, that would go really good. Really well. You know what? I'm not gonna strain it. I'm just gonna drink it like this.
That's a damn good cocktail.
Cucumber, yeah.
So, like, can I ask a
Is
question? Speaking of cocktails and stuff like that, does anybody here have any like serving, like, you know, bar experience, any type of cocktail mixing experience, or worked in the industry at all? Henry, you
Of
did?
course.
Yeah, I did it when I turned 21. I used to work at Yard House in Long Beach, and so
Oh, nice.
I was
The one
saying,
at Shoreline Village?
one at Shoreline Village. Yep.
Okay.
I did catering, but it wasn't mainly like just stand there and hand out beers, you know, at the cooler. Wasn't
You
it?
remind me of Long Beach Yard House, where I got like my second highest bar tab of all time there.
That was my first.
We had a yard house in San Diego down here in Pacific Beach, or right? Wasn't there one down here too?
There's one I think near the gas lamp district.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Second Street?
Yeah, on Second Street, I think.
Beers, right?
Now, Henry, and do you need to have some type of like cert or something to be a mix? I don't even know what you call it. Like something like similar to what? Like,
Mixologist or beer tender?
Mixologist.
It depends on where you work. So like Yard House already had they trained you.
oh, gotcha.
I think it depends
you-
on what you're giving out. In New York, it was always if it's beer and wine, you're fine as long as you're over 18. It's funny. You can't drink it, but you can serve it. And then if it was mixed drinks, you had to be 21 and over.
Oh, gotcha.
It's an earthquake over there at Nevis place.
Well,
So,
I mean, those two have been partying all day, so yeah,
Right.
they dropped the phone.
I was gonna say, I know another beer cocktail that wasn't brought up is a Shandy. I don't know if you guys ever.
I'm
had
actually
one.
gonna
Yeah,
make
it's
one
a
right now.
very standard.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sandy,
It's
yeah.
a very
And
standard one.
that's a solid one. I actually had it at a British pub down in San Diego for the first time, and then I was hooked for a while. I was making them at home.
Shandy's read that an English. I mean, I think they call it lemonade, but our lemonade is actually like Sprite, 7 Up.
Right.
So,
Right.
So yeah,
So I was looking into this.
I was
Go
gonna
ahead,
say,
go
but
ahead.
Ricky's gonna do one, so go for it.
No, I was actually, because I did a little research and I was looking into this. There's a couple different kinds, I guess, because you have like the traditional shandy, which is with like a pale ale and some type of ginger beer or ginger soda. And then you have like the summer shandy, which is usually with the Heffenweiss and some type of citrus. Makes it a lot more sparkly with soda,
I've had that
with carbonated soda. So I bought a pale ale and a ginger ale as well. I'm gonna mix them up right now, see what that tastes like as well.
See, when I used to have them, it was a pale ale with the 7-Up. That's how they served them down. They served them at the British pub. So, and they were so good. Like I kept on going back and forth them on.
They're very easy to drink.
Yeah,
they're crushable, man. They're refreshing. You don't really feel like you're doing any damage till about your 4th or 5th one, and then you realize you're fucking buzzed.
Yeah,
I
you're
think it
24,
varies.
you're 25, you're having the time of your life. Those kick in really.
I was gonna say, Gory, I think it varies from location to location, because like in Spain it's half lager, half Sprite.
Flauta.
You know.
Flautas.
Where you come from?
What's up with this whole flautas thing?
Where did brown sugar come from? It's out of
I was
nowhere.
gonna say brown sugar.
Out of nowhere.
Sure, you knew. This is actually our the podcast. We're gonna do the chug at 4. You're welcome.
Ooh, but brown sugar is always welcome. How did she get
that's
the invite
why.
to this one? Who knows? But she's always welcome.
Yeah, just say here. Don't leave.
I selected the information. It's not my fault you
That's our podcast.
Oh my God, brown sugar! You hacked our podcast.
You hacked our podcast.
How did
I love her. I love brown sugar.
Canadian hacked our Independence Day.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Because you all don't have it. You want to hack ours. That's
the damn Canadians are trying to take over America.
There you go.
I'm so sorry. I just don't want to really always select it on 10 minutes before so I don't miss it.
Wait, let me
My
say it
bad.
again. Our other special guest now is brown sugar.
Yeah.
We have 3
So
special guests.
what's
This
your
is
beer
great.
cocktail, Miss Brown Sugar?
Oh, it's your favorite, Gordy.
That's not a beer cocktail.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Brown sugar, since you
I don't think she heard you.
are in our beer cocktail episode, could you make yourself a beer cocktail and tell us about it?
I can't make a cocktail except for straight whiskey, and that'd be it. So
Whiskey.
Pour the whiskey into the beer.
Just make some whiskey and throw some
I
beer
can
in it.
whiskey and ice. I can do whiskey and water. So I mean, I can do that.
Whiskey, Irish car bomb, since you have a stout. So there you go.
Yeah.
You can always pour the whiskey into the beer and call it brown
Exactly.
sugar water.
And I remember last week you had a 4.7 stout, which I don't think that's even should be considered a stout. That's more like a black
Porter.
ale.
Who can actually drink one? Oh,
Well,
right.
Gordy, if you think about it, like any Guinness that you get is less than 5%. Like the drafts are 4.3 and the regular ones, I
Yeah.
think 5.2. So Guinness.
So
Thanks, Al. I appreciate you sticking up for me.
back to the actual topic.
Love you.
Anybody have anything interesting or anything that popped up while you guys were doing your research on beer cocktails? Like anything you guys would like to share with anything? I think you had something.
I had
Well,
for those of you that like stouts with coffee liqueur. That sounds
oh, fuck
really
yeah.
good.
That shit's delicious.
Espresso beer martini. So I think I needed something else in there, but that sounds really good to me.
Yeah, we should do it.
I think the one that stood out for me when I was searching for one was this one called a Bloody Roman, which is
Yes.
like it's an elevated Bloody Mary or like a michelada, but it has fish sauce in it.
Oh,
So I'm just like, oh,
Come
dude,
on, bro.
I don't know how that's
My
gonna
beer's
go.
about to come up
No,
right
but
now.
apparently it's supposed to work well. It's
Yeah, but it's
supposed to
like
work
it's
well.
like capers. So it's like capers, fish sauce, shallots, chiles, habaneros, tomates, olives, all combined into this.
So it sounds like you're making
And then
pozole and shit.
you add your beer, and then the fish sauce you float it. And I'm just like,
Oh,
oh,
that's just wrong. That's just wrong. I'm sorry. By the way, Ricky, I saw you take a sip. How was that?
It's actually delicious, dude.
It is, right?
It's so light.
Bomb.
The ginger is very pronounced. I don't know if it's because of the mix of the pale ale and the ginger. It brings it out a lot.
Henry?
So it tastes like a really light ginger drink, and it's very sparkly. Like you see all the buildings.
Henry, the whole drink you're explaining right now, honestly, there's a whole shortcut. It's just called putting your finger in your mouth and puking. That always makes you feel better.
Absolutely.
Do you guys,
God damn it.
are you guys apprehensive mixing liquor and beer? You know what was that? Beer and liquor.
Oh,
never
That's
been.
nothing.
I'm so scared of doing that because I have a weak stomach. But when it's something like a shot of rum or something like that, I'm like, okay, we could do this. But when they start putting tequila, whiskeys, like darker liquors, it makes me nervous. Did that make you guys feel weird about? I mean, obviously Henry's.
No,
just
I
said
put
it.
2 ounces of tequila in here, so I think we're good.
You weren't nervous about it, mixing it together?
No, fuck no.
That whole thing's a myth. Either way you mix it, as much as either way you mix it, you're still gonna get sick if you keep drinking it. So it's like,
right.
Henry just touched on it, which is one thing I've always been saying forever, which is that whole mixing one before the other and all that.
Yeah,
that's bullshit, because what it really matters is once you start mixing different alcohols with beer, it means you're probably just going wild drinking anything anyway. That's why you get smashed. So just don't do that and you'll be okay.
Yeah. Oh my God, I had fucking 10 shots and fucking 18 beers. Yeah, it's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
Right, no surprise in the morning.
Look, for me, I just stick to one thing. If I'm going to drink beer, I'm going to drink beer. If I'm going to have a mixed cocktail, that's all I'm doing. I'm never mixing. I mean, the hangover from it is worse than anything, and the vomiting is even 10 times worse than that. So stick to one class of alcohol, and you're guaranteed to have a decent hangover, if that makes sense.
But when you vomit, does your hair just stay perfectly parted to the?
It does. Listen, man, before I puke, I do my hair. I'm like... making fun of me. I'm old, man. All I have is my hair. Come on.
So for like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty much strictly a beer guy. I don't really keep much liquor at my house. I don't really drink much liquor at all. So when I was researching and doing some things, I was like, I kind of don't want to go out. I mean, I had to go buy Prosecco, but that, that's easy. You can find that at any store. But I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if I'd get into beer cocktails like per se. Like I don't think I would go out of my way to order one. I just go straight up get a beer.
No, I wouldn't either.
I don't know what everybody else
see
is like.
fly anywhere anyway. Like if we go to a restaurant, I don't see beer cocktails on the menu.
No, it's something you usually make at home. But for me, like even when I go out, like I was out this morning picking up some barbecue from Phil's Barbecue, and they had the bar open, so you could pick up, but you'll be waiting in line, and then we'll give you drinks while you're there, right? Awesome.
You got a bucket of margaritas.
But I'm looking at the menu, and they have all these cool mixed drinks. It's hot out, and then they have beers on tap, and I was like, I never go to the section, and it's just straight cocktails, So
although I do gotta say, I did get kind of curious with the fact that you're mixing like so a Guinness is a traditional beer you can find everywhere. Captain Lawrence you can find anywhere here in our area. I started thinking, what if you could start like some of these like some of the other type of beers, like some of the other type of craft beers, like there might be something there, like with you, I don't know what you used, Cisco, was it the Kings or the 450, that really thick that that might be something you can mix in a little bit of alcohol there and it'll be delicious. I'm assuming it's gonna be sweet as heck, but
that's exactly what it was. The simple fact that so much juice that anything honestly would have mixed well with it, but I just know rum mixes really well with fruity stuff, so that's what I want.
Now, have you guys found that at breweries they offer or they have beer cocktails?
No,
actually, I don't think I've seen that many.
A lot
They
of
do
those
that at
beer
Wolf and
cocktails,
Warrior.
I was gonna say a lot of those.
They'll serve you cider and their beer.
But a lot of the beer cocktails, if you actually research it or actually try to find information out of it, this actually originated in the 1920s in the speakeasies.
Nice.
The speakeasies are the ones that actually started beer cocktail programs.
Actually, that makes sense since it was all prohibited. Like they had to make exceptions.
So like in Mississippi, where I was doing my school, we had a speakeasy. Literally, it was underneath. You would knock on the door and they'll turn the light on and the door will open. they had a awesome selection of beer cocktails.
No password?
No password. But
Oh, this is Murica.
that's where I've seen them. I haven't seen them in breweries, but I've seen them in like
Yeah.
speakeasy type.
So Henry, here's the
lounges.
question. The beer that they had available was just pretty plain beer, and that's why they needed a beer cocktail.
Right,
I
to
mean,
spike it up.
Yeah, I would say
Understandable.
probably your normal pilsners, lagers is what you usually find. So
And here's the thing, you would want to have that kind of a beer for a beer cocktail. I don't think you'd want to use like an overly like
Yeah.
hopped IPA that would compete with flavors of alcohol in it. You would need a beer that's just something that's going to cruise and assist the alcohol flavor. You're not
Right.
going to use
Yeah.
a stout. You're not going to use a
Yeah.
Berliner Weiss or a 450 North beer, you know?
Unless, in my case, it's the overwhelming taste and the liquor that you're putting is just very bland. But yeah, I agree with you.
I did find that a lot of the recipes that I looked up that I found were very low ABV beers to use. So like pale ales, Hefeweizens, wheat, any type of wheat beers and stuff like that. I found a couple recipes.
I think
All right.
by
With
the
that being said, this is the end of our episode. If you want anything, let us know, man. We're here.